Well, France just declared war on itself, a civil war of sorts. That's because some dude just punched French President Emmanuel Macron in the face on a weekend flight to Vietnam. Who was this dude? Well, it turns out it was the First Lady, Brigitte Macron. Yes, the former school teacher who is 25 years his senior, seen grabbing his face and pushing him in the face off the flight. Now, cameras caught the first couple in what can only be described as an airborne domestic disagreement while disembarking from their plane in Vietnam. The footage shows First Lady Brigitte giving Emmanuel Macron a slap punch to the face. And then they come out there. You can see the same red coat that was just slapping him in the face. And it all started with a smack to the face and then escalated to like a two-hand maneuver over his mouth, nose, and jaw. And not in a loving, like, get over here, you rascal kind of a way.
No, don't kiss me. You'll mess my makeup kind of way.
I get that all the time, but that's usually just a verbal assault.
Or I just go, no, honey, don't mess me.
Yeah.
Right? I've never actually hit him in the face, no matter how much I want to.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, we don't lay our hands on each other in that way. Now, the French government originally tried to deny authenticity of this footage, but then later they said the couple was just horsing around and joking. Now, look, Brigitte Macron is 72 years old. Emmanuel Macron is 47. They are 25 years apart. And I think it is worth an exercise to think about him as a 14, 15-year-old student while she was very close to 40. That's how their relationship began, with this unhealthy power structure. I think if we really wanted to be generous here with an explanation, is that safe to say that sometimes elderly people can get mean and aggressive and irritable due to either cognitive decline or medication. I think that would be charitable to give her the benefit of the doubt. Macron does not look complicit here, though. I think there's no explanation under which he doesn't look like he's expecting it.
He puts his arm out to walk her down.
Right. He doesn't look like he is in an antagonistic conversation. He is looking at her. His hands are relaxed before it comes. He is clearly not joking around, not playing along. Now, here are some uncomfortable truths about the Macrons, even if you don't want to go down the is she a man, which she has never satisfactorily explained. Even if you don't want to, let's put that aside for a second. Here are some facts. He was groomed by her. I have a 14-year-old son who's almost 15. A 39-year-old teacher comes near him. We're going to have some problems. You're going to get mama bear over this. So again, 14 is when their relationship began. They lied about it, initially told the press he was 17, only to back that up later and admit. So again, the relationship began under power imbalanced, ethically fraught conditions. This behavior begs the uncomfortable question: has he been abused since he was 14? Is this symbolic of what has always been since he was a child? Here are some other uncomfortable questions. Again, they have never satisfactorily proven that she is a woman, never produced images before her 30s, never produced images of her pregnant, never explained why there was a brother that was not explained for in her family pictures, why AI matches that to her face. They have never answered for the fact that despite these looming questions, was he groomed by a pederast? In the very first presidential portrait of Emmanuel Macron in 2017, the works of Andre Gide, an avowed pederast, was in the presidential portrait. Does that happen by accident? Do you accidentally have pedophile literature on the desk when you take your presidential portrait? In what world could that be accidental? And again, the fact that when they originally explained their relationship, they said he was 17. He was not. He was 14. And again, the age of consent in France is different than it is in the United States. So let's just, as an exercise, think about if Macron was a woman, was groomed at the age of 14, and then hit in public, would we feel very differently? It's a very uncomfortable thing to confront and even harder to ignore, wouldn't you say, Clayton?
Yes, absolutely. And I think, Candace Owens, people pointing out in the chat, Candace Owen has all the deets on this. Yes, she did a deep dive. Of course,
Yes.
She broke the story wide open from the French journalist who originally reported all of this. The pederast book in the official French portrait, like that doesn't just wind up there by accident.
It's too big of a question.
It's like the Balenciaga stuff.
Right.
Like, how does pedophilia stuff get put into
Balenciaga?
Can never say it right. Yeah, into their ads. Like, it's intentional that you're putting this in your photos.
Yeah,
Things don't just wind up here by
you would
accident.
have to think,
Yeah.
right? Okay, people are wondering, am I a victim of a pederast? I will say nothing, but there is this imagery in my first portrait. It's like a public cry for help, right? And so you might think he's not a great world leader. It's very hard to feel sorry for him, but has he been a victim of this? When you look at the fact that he's not an especially accomplished academic, they had to change academic standards for tests that he failed. Why is he in this position of power? Was he put there by some kind of dark sex ring, right? So again, it's so hard. It's not nothing, and we can't pretend that it is. We should not play along with the French government that this is just horsey jokey. It absolutely is not. And this person again was the victim of a grooming relationship. There's no other explanation for it. So let us know how you feel about that.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's a war happening right now. It's probably not where you think, though. It's in your gut. A battle between good and bad bacteria can determine your health. Kimchi 1 from Brightcore Nutrition is the fermented superfood your body needs to arm the good guys with all the right weapons to defeat the bad actors once and for all. I told my mom about this. She's like, send me the link. I'm ordering some, because she's been dealing with some arthritis. And I'm telling you, all the health starts in the gut, and you will be stunned. When you have the right fermented superfood in your gut, it'll improve every aspect of your health. Your heart, your brain, your memory, your cognition, even the quality of your skin, the growth of your hair. Yes, inflammation in the body, arthritis, all of it. So when you contain over 900 strains of beneficial bacteria in each capsule, Kimchi 1 supports healthy digestion, fortifies your immune system, and helps detoxify your body. Kimchi has also been shown to reduce the risk of obesity, promote smaller waistlines, curbing your appetite, naturally boosting your metabolism. So Kimchi 1 is their natural non-GMO. It's dairy-free, it's gluten-free, and it's 100% made in the USA. Today, you can get an exclusive offer by clicking the link in our description, or just use the code REDACTED to get 25% off your entire order. Or for an even better deal, call our friends. Get on the phone with these guys. They are an American company. They will talk to you on the phone. They've got a team of people right now. Seriously, write this number down and call them when our show is over. 888 is the number, not 800. It's 888-404-6312. And you'll save up to 50% off if you get on the phone with them. And you'll also get free shipping. So give their team a call. This is a fantastic company. And we're going to be adding this into our daily supplements in our house with Kimchi 1. Big believers in it. So thanks to their support here of the show. I just want to know what was going on in that situation. And wouldn't you like to be a fly on the wall? And by the way, this comes a few weeks after the whole cocaine in a bag on the Ukrainian train scandal. Right. We're like, let me just hide the little spoon for the cocaine and just put that bag in my pocket. You don't need to see all that.
Now, I originally had put some information and asked ChatGPT, can we say that this may be aggressive elderly behavior, like grandpa gets mean? And ChatGPT said, Brigitte Macron is a woman. And I was like, I didn't ask about that at all. I'm asking about the aggression.
Wait, it said what? She's not. He said
Brigitte Macron is a woman, and I was like, I didn't ask. I'm asking about this power dynamic. Clearly, she groomed him. Whether she's a she or a he it almost doesn't matter. And ChatGPT apologized to me. You're right. I was just heading you off the conspiracy theories.
Can I just tell you, almost all weekend, not only David, I got in arguments with ChatGPT and some different AI programs, because it's again, it's garbage in, garbage out. So whoever's programming these things, right? I mean, obviously the programming is that, yes, Brigitte Macron is a woman, right? Someone had to have put that in there.
Yeah.
And then you're presenting evidence that the opposite.
Right.
And finally, and I love that the AI is like, oh, you know what? You're right.
All the time. That's why it's replacing my need to argue with my husband, because I can argue with AI and prove that I'm right, and it apologizes very readily. And then I don't have to continue to be mad, because we have a joke in our house that one of us can get over an argument right away, and the other one, guilty party, takes 5 to 7 business days.
Yeah,
because
I get over an argument.
That's
in 5
how
minutes.
I roll. I'm a woman.
Amazing. It's amazing. It's how quickly, you just get off. Yeah. Another good question. Adrian wants to know, what was on the shoulder of the woman in the yellow vest? Redacted. So we analyzed that, and it turns out, first of all, that woman was not on the flight. She was outside of the door when it opened, and it looks like a bloody shoulder. Can we rerun that video, Philip, if you have it, of the flight attendant who's like out? It looks like she's outside of the.
Yeah, see, she's standing on the outside when they open the door. So if she was, in fact, hurt, see, watch her walk down, and it does look like a bloody shoulder. But in other images, it looks like a scarf. What if she was, in fact, hurt? She was not, in fact, on the plane. It doesn't seem like she was hurt by either of them. See, watch her walk down, and you see her shoulder does look strange.
Yeah, but you can see the scarf moving. It's like a little scarf, like underneath like her, like where her hair, but that like vest that she's wearing, it's kind of like pinched down underneath her vest, and you can see it kind of like flapping as she moves. So yeah, but she wasn't really on the flight. But a lot of people are like, why is she bloody? Why is a stewardess have a bloody shoulder?
Right. And she doesn't look like she saw very much, because she was on the other side of the door. It's the cameras that caught it. The rest of the people on the outside of the plane were unawares, clearly.
We'll take some of your super chats here in a second, or some of your Rumble rants.